Start of the day, start of the day. It is here, start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is here, start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is here, start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is here, start of the day.
We'll get to pitch clock in a second here. We'll get to Jessica in a second. But the stat of the day, before the injury, Lamar Jackson led the NFL with a passer rating of 130.5, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was, at the time, quarterbacking an offense that was averaging 32.7 points per game. That seems like a long time ago. Jackson's 71 wins in 98 career starts. 5th most by a quarterback in the first 100 career starts since stats were tracked in 1950. So he's pretty good.
What I find interesting, and I brought up, in fact, on the most recent episode of Football America, featuring John Hamm and also Jeff Schwartz, one of those two weighed in on this subject, which is, does Lamar Jackson, given the slate of injuries that he's gone through in his career, does he need a Kobe/Michael Jordan style mid-career adjustment? Remember, they both attacked the rim and all of that and suddenly realized, I no longer have those hops, and became mid-range jump shooters to great success for the remainder of their careers. Does Lamar need to do something like that now?
And what did you deduce in all of your reporting on Football America that's available on Mondays and Fridays?
John Hamm and or Jeff Schwartz and I agreed that Lamar Jackson's injuries are oddly not owed usually to him running. You think it would be him getting blown up by staying on his feet for an extra stride or two too long. It's odd. His injuries, if you think back on them, you rarely see them. They're rarely captured on video and look at and say, yeah, you see it there. It's after the game. Wait, what happened to Lamar Jackson? Oh, he's got a hamstring?
It was also that one year he had COVID like 6 times. You remember? It's like, oh, he's got COVID again?
We all
just had it last week.
Put it on the poll. Did Lamar Jackson that one time have COVID 6 times? Again, pitch clock's going to be at the end of this segment, and Jessica will be in a second. But there was a big NBA night last night, and it's been fun so far this season. So let's rapid fire. Zaz and Amin here doing a little something on the first, couple of weeks of the NBA season.
Amin, this is a new segment called You Know About That? You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Does it have imaging, or is it just a new segment that's called Do You Know About That?
Just music.
I like it.
It's like a fake serious, right?
Amin, what a week for this Austin Reeves. 51 points, 41 points last night. Game winner at the buzzer at Minnesota. You know about Austin Reeves?
I know a lot about Austin Reeves. I know that he's been doing a great job, Zaz, of being more aggressive. Obviously, there's a lot more opportunity. No LeBron, no Luka Doncic. So now he's got all the responsibility of carrying the offense. It's made him a more attacking player. He's getting to the free throw line a zillion times more than he ever has in his career, and it's made him a better player.
I will conclude, yes, you know about Austin Reeves. Amin, the Orlando Magic lost the Pistons last night. They dropped to 1-4. You know about that Orlando Magic?
I do know about that Orlando Magic. I was watching that game last night. And look, this is something where it happens a lot with young teams. You have the breakthrough season, the good season. You're like, oh, here we go. We've arrived. And then reality hits you because the scouting reports have caught up and everyone knows what you're trying to do. They still have – I haven't given up on them, but they got to figure out how to be competitive on a nightly basis.
I'm going to conclude, you know about that Orlando Magic.
Thank you.
Amin, the Bulls – 4-0 after beating Sacramento last night. You know about them Chicago Bulls?
I know a lot about them Chicago Bulls. Billy
Donovan.
Donovan, there you go. Oh, I know what that
doesn't seem like you know a lot about them.
Come on, son.
Billy Donovan put in a new offense. It's a offense that's movement, ball movement, body movement, motion offense. They got rid of the ISO kind of stagnant basketball they've been playing for years with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan before that. Those guys are all gone. They know they have to move the ball around and have to go through Vucevic as a passer out of the high post. It's working really well for them.
Since you stumbled with the head coach's name, I'm going to conclude you don't know about them Chicago Bulls. Amin, the Indiana Pacers, they lost at Dallas last night. 0-4. You know about them Pacers?
I know a lot about them Pacers. I want to say other than that one blowout loss that they've had, they've been competitive in every game. And guys, they are missing a lot of people, a lot of injuries. It's not just Tyrese Halliburton. Nemhard has been hurt. Mathurin has been hurt. They just cut my man James Wiseman to sign.
That's your man?
Well, that's just a filler word. But but they cut him to bring in Mac McClung because they are so starved for guard play. Hell, even Johnny Furphy, who I've been selling everybody on, he's been hurt. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries, and yet, other than that one blowout loss, they've been in every single game.
All right, I'm going to conclude. You know about those Indiana Pacers. I got one more for you here. I mean, Zion Williamson back in action last night. But the Pelicans, they're 0-4. You know about those Pelicans?
They were losing by 40 points last night.
Okay, so the Pelicans are not a good roster. Zion has missed a couple of games early on, but even in the games he played, not quite as compelling a matchup for the other teams. We had the highlights against San Antonio and Victor Wembanyama. That was cool. But last night, I'm putting that more on the Denver Nuggets, who are amazing. This is a crazy thing. I wanted to say this yesterday, and I forgot.
Go on.
People 10, 20 years from now, they're going to look back and say, oh, this is when Nikola Jokic started to, quote-unquote, drop off. No. He's better than ever. It's just he finally has a supporting cast, and the game has never been easier for him. He doesn't have to do all that stuff. He can take 8 shots and dominate a game now.
All right, I'm going to conclude. You know about them Pelicans and about them Nuggets.
Congratulations, Amin. An excellent debut effort, 4 out of 5. Also, Austin Reeves, weird week where he made both the 40-point game and the 50-point game irrelevant to me. Like What's
going on?
They used to matter, and he made both of them irrelevant in the same week.
So Austin Reeves achieving somehow tells Dan, like, oh, that means
correct.
it's
It
whack
doesn't
now.
mean
And
anything
Aaron Gordon
anymore.
won a 50-point burger?
That still matters. It was 10 for 11 from 3.
Dan's one of those guys like, oh, I got this new Rolex. It's really cool. And then he sees everyone else wearing it and is like, well, this is junk now. And he just throws it out the window.
Pitch clock coming at the end of this segment. Perhaps they'll explain to you how it is that you'll explain 100 years from now to your great-great-grandchildren how it is that a rookie defeated the modern-day Babe Ruth. I don't have an explanation for it.
Splitter with a trap door. What does this guy's not get?
Jessica, thank you for being on with us. I wanted to get to a couple of the stories that we talked about earlier with you. The Louisiana governor saying that that basically he's going to have more to do with choosing the next LSU coach than the athletic director. Have you ever seen that happen before?
Can I start by saying hi to Dave, because I haven't said hi to Dave yet, and I didn't know Dave was going to be in the studio. And I just got back from Pittsburgh, Dave, and I was at a cookie table wedding. Zaz, do you know about that?
I don't.
Dave,
Jessica,
can you
I
inform
couldn't
him?
have been more jealous. I saw the pictures on social media and I swooned. And I have to ask you a question very quickly. Pitt Panthers, Indiana Hoosiers, national championship game. How say you?
Oh, my God. Is there a single thing that Indiana's bad at this year? Genuinely asking. They're going to go undefeated, right?
I know we're in it, and so it's hard to sort of contextualize. The Indiana Hoosiers are the second-rated team in all the land after the remarkable Cinderella year where you figure they're going to dip back down the following year. That they are, it would appear, legitimate contenders to win the whole thing is just loco as an alum from Indiana University. And yet, who would I root for if they had to play my hometown Pitt Panthers? I don't know, but I suspect it's going to be in the next few weeks. I'm going to have to make that choice.
I don't know if you're going to have to
Maybe
decide
not.
between
Maybe not.
those.
Which cookie did you take? Or how many of the cookies did you take? What were your top 3 cookie choices?
I had several Buckeyes. They were outstanding. Have you ever had a Buckeye, Dan?
I don't know what a Buckeye is.
Several what?
You know what a Buckeye is? Oh, they're these peanut butter balls. It's peanut butter and confectioner's sugar ground together and then frozen and dipped in chocolate. They're delicious. They are outstanding little cookies. There were over 220 dozen cookies baked for the cookie table at the wedding. So there was a outstanding variety of cookies, Dan. You would have absolutely hated it. Because you probably wouldn't have been able to eat any of them. I was not able to eat that many of them either, but I still indulged, and it was delicious.
Food goon.
What's that?
What?
Dan, he's a food gooner. Carry on.
The
Did
Louisiana.
you guys read that article, by the way, the Harper's one about gooning?
Yeah, Zach Harper.
Zach Harper's magazine?
It's one of the most terrifying things I've ever read in my life. But anyways, yes, back to another terrifying thing. Brian Kelly. So the governor of Louisiana, Dan, had this big press conference yesterday. You've probably seen the clips by now, but he said that he would sooner have Donald Trump pick the new LSU head football coach than let Scott Woodward do it, who is the LSU athletics director. So yeah, it doesn't seem like a great situation there. I think they'll probably be fine because it's still LSU, and I think a lot of coaches will want to work there. But anytime the governor of the state is on the microphone saying outrageous things about your school's athletic department or athletic director, it's generally not a good thing.
Can you tell me if you've seen enough Vanderbilt football to tell me how good they actually are at the top of that conference and if they belong at the top of that conference?
So they're very good. They play Texas this weekend. Arch Manning may or may not be playing. He was in concussion protocol. As of recording this, I don't know if he's going to play or not. But I think the real test for Vanderbilt, Arch Manning aside, is are they going to be able to score on Texas's defense? Because we know Texas still has a very strong defense. But if the quarterback situation, if they're starting their backup quarterback, Matthew Caldwell, who did have to play against Mississippi State last weekend, he's played at, I think, 3 other college football programs like Gardner-Webb, Troy, and Jacksonville State, I want to say. That would be very interesting. And Vanderbilt could effectively end Texas's any chance of a playoff hope this weekend. So that's a really interesting game, especially because if you watched last year, I think Texas was a lot better last year. Vanderbilt was slightly worse, but Vanderbilt almost pulled it off in 2024. And I think, they're just a much better team this year.
She knows about those Commodores.
Jessica,
Yeah.
why does the national media, including the pollsters, continue to underestimate the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets despite their ability to sting the competition?
Oh, I like that. That's a good question. I think they've been in several close games. I don't know who. Oh, I get. Okay, now I get what you're doing. Okay. Is Zaz in a costume too? I'm sorry.
And you can bet on that.
You're very shiny and bald today, and I don't know if this is
Whoa,
part of a
I
thing.
said. Damn.
I'm a NASCAR driver.
I didn't say it looked bad. No,
I know you
bald
didn't.
doesn't mean bad.
Why would you say that?
Exactly. Anyways, I mean, did you watch any of the Georgia Tech Wake Forest game earlier this year where Wake Forest totally got the rug pulled out from under them by the refs?
Yes, I did. And I can say that those Deacons got sent straight to hell.
They will not see you in Valhalla.
Yeah, they won't see me at Valhalla. You can bet on that.
I think Georgia Tech's defense is the more of the issue. Obviously, we know their quarterback, Haynes King, is incredibly tough, and they've just played in a number of games where they're not blowing anyone out, and I think that has given people pause. But they're still one of the best teams in the ACC. I agree with you. I think they should get more credit.
How about Haynes King ruling over the Heisman Trophy voting?
How about it? I don't know about that. Have you guys talked about Brian Kelly and the burnt end story yet this week?
No.
I feel like this will be one of the last chances we ever have to talk about this. I think we talked about it in 2021, but I want to bring it back up because it's one of my favorite Brian Kelly anecdotes. But when he was negotiating on the phone secretly with his agent about taking the LSU job, he was at a recruit's house with Tommy Rees and the former Notre Dame wide receivers coach Del Alexander in Washington, trying to get this recruit to come to Notre Dame. And he left the house that he was at for 15 minutes, took a phone call apparently, and then came back, and the recruit and his family had cooked Brian Kelly this huge dinner. So this is from the Columbian, which is a newspaper in Washington. But the recruit's name was Tobias Merriweather. He's no longer at Notre Dame. He did actually still end up going to Notre Dame. He's no longer at Notre Dame. But his dad, Dom Merriweather, said that Kelly stepped out for a 15-minute phone call. Soon after he returned, the coaches and family members sat down for a home-cooked meal featuring deviled eggs, barbecued shrimp, and brisket burnt ends. The visit continued for another 90 minutes. Quote, he came back in, sat down, and acted like it was nothing, Merriweather said of the phone call. He was cool as a cucumber. About those burnt ends, though, Kelly had 3 servings, Merriweather said.
Whoa, 3 servings.
Burnt ends are really good.
That's good eating.
It's just like kind of diabolical to know that you're about to accept a job, but you still have dinner with the recruit's family and talk about how great Notre Dame is, and then take 3 servings of their burnt ends.
Would
absolutely
you be
love that
fine with 2
story.
servings? Like, what's the line here?
I think 2 is the line.
Am I alone on this? If given the choice of being a pro, if money were the same, pro or college coach, I would definitely go pro, because I would hate to have to go to people's houses in January and February and sit there and eat their food and their cookies and pretend that that would be the worst experience there is. I would definitely be an NFL coach.
I think some people probably like that aspect of the job, especially if they're getting good barbecue, too, on these trips.
Jessica, is Mississippi State sneaky decent?
Yeah, I think they're sneaky decent. They're not going to win. I mean, they haven't won a lot of games. They've lost a lot of close games, especially. I think this weekend will be another probably close game. Arkansas, I want to say, is like a 4.5-point favorite right now, and Arkansas has not won a game since earlier this season before Bobby Petrino became the interim coach. But I feel like Arkansas has also been close. They've been scoring a lot of points. I mean, their offense is, they make some mistakes sometimes that will end up losing games for them. But this could be one of those teams, like this is a something's got to give game, I think, Zaz.
Mississippi State has not won a conference game in 2 years, Jess. You know who it was against?
Ooh, Arkansas?
You got it.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Give me the internet minute for Jessica, even though it's usually something that's for Lucy.
Time to get in it. It's
Jessica's
internet minute.
I don't even know if she has one, but go ahead, Jess.
Okay, so this has come to my attention repeatedly over the last year. And we did a segment, I want to say in 2023 or 2024, where I talked about the top 5 ways to spot an AI-altered video of a head coach or any sort of public figure saying something that they never actually said. But what we have now that is permeating, especially Facebook, are these AI slop pictures of, I see especially college football coaches with long captions describing things that these coaches have done. Usually there's something that will pull on your heartstrings a little bit. This was one I saw last year after Hurricane Helene of Brian Kelly and Garrett Nussmeier helping people clean up debris from the hurricane in North Carolina. Or this was actually the North Texas floods, I see. But I think there was also one after one of the hurricanes. But these are just like fake, completely fabricated AI slop pictures. And people are sharing them on Facebook.
I love it.
And if you read the comments are all Facebook users saying like, this is amazing, this is heartwarming, this is great, and believing that they're real. There was also one that I saw people were talking about that was posted this past week with Brent Venables. It's like an AI generated image of Brent Venables. It doesn't even really look like Brent Venables. In fact, this guy, whoever he is
smoking.
I mean, pretty hot.
It's a chin I'd want.
But if you read the text, I can't read it because it's too small on my
It's
screen,
so
but if you
good.
read the text, it's like an absurd story. And then at the bottom is the New York skyline before 9/11.
Oof.
Dan, apparently in the Venables story, people were protesting outside the stadium. And
Yes,
Brent
that was
Venables,
it. He
And Brent
started singing
Venables,
God Bless America.
he just grabbed a microphone outside the stadium and started singing God Bless
Hell
America.
yeah, dude. I love that.
Jessica.
It's just absurd. I don't understand this, Dan.
I love it.
This is not good. Between that and the gooning story, I've saw a lot of things on the internet I don't like.
I'm halfway through the gooning story. My God.
I mean, it's shocking.
Second gooning reference of the day. Thank you, Jessica. Check out her weekly Notre Dame podcast, The Echoes, with Mike Golick Jr. Brent Venables is going to love that photograph of himself. He has never looked that good. Thank you, Jessica. Pitch clock, next.
Halloween's tomorrow, Chris. You going as anything?
Halloween. It's one of my least favorite holidays. Now that I have kids, a little better. Still hate it, though. Let's start the show.
Roy Halladay.
Nice. Fist me.
Matt Halladay. Jackson.
Holiday.
The third one.
Ethan Holiday.
A Black Ethan.
Nope.
Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Pitch Clock. Here's the pitch. A 2-part baseball segment
Combining a nostalgic baseball trivia game and an interview with an expert.
This is the Pitch Clock.
The pitch clock is back.
Jack. Hi, everybody.
There it is. Thank you. Hey, World Series is happening. That's cool. Adnan Virk's going to break it down momentarily. I'm riding quite a heater on our trivia games. I've won back-to-back. I'm looking to make it a three-peat today.
Not today. It ends today.
Not today. Bringing us into it. Not Black Ethan. Ethan Badowski. Ethan, what is our trivia game today, sir?
Jeremy, before we start.
Yes.
Barbecue or hot dogs?
Barbecue.
You are going to be Houston, and you are going to be Chicago. My favorite video game ever is MVP Baseball 2005. It's the greatest year of baseball ever. And that World Series was won by the Chicago White Sox in 4 games over the Houston Astros. In front of you are the starting lineups from Game 4 of the 2005 World Series. There are simply numbers on a page. You have to tell me the position and the name of the guy.
You want to switch teams?
I don't know.
I have 4 on here that I feel good about.
All right. I don't. So
we're going to try 3 strikes. If we get into a scenario like last week, we'll go first to a number. Jeremy, it's your honor.
I'll go with the only name I know, right? And maybe I'm right. Right fielder, number 16, Carlos Beltran.
That is incorrect.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, we're not. What year is this, by the way?
2005.
Dude, you don't know the second baseman for the Astros?
I mean, I know who it is. I was going to go.
Actually, that might not be him. He might have retired.
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. All right. I'm really angry about that.
Left field, number 22 for the White Sox, Scott Podsednik.
Oh, what a name, Cody. Doesn't it just bring you back? Oh,
why didn't I say hot
This makes me feel so good, dude. Scott Podsednik.
Our ever-present 2025 MLB expert is here. Adnan Virk with me as his Blue Jays. Yes, I'm saying his Blue Jays. The Canada man himself have taken a 3-2 lead in this World Series. He's not going to put his bias aside. We're going to have this conversation, and I'm going to let you all know that he's excited. I'm excited. It's an exciting time when someone is just 1 game away from winning the World Series. Adnan, I have gone on and 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 on about Trey Savage and how incredible his start was in Game 5. But there have been all sorts of incredible individual performances in this World Series. So I've got you prepared for this one already. I'm looking for your top 5 individual performances in this World Series. It could be from 1 game. It could be from the entire series, whichever structure you prefer. Adnan, let us know what you're doing, and let's get started with number 5.
All right, let's do OLI first. Freddie Freeman, just because he did hit the walk-off home run in Game 3, which was the longest game we'd seen since 2018. And his parents are both Canadian, and they got a raucous reception back there at Rogers Center. So Freddie Freeman's a little OLI. Hasn't done a whole lot else this series, but did hit a home run to end that game. Thank God after 6.5 hours.
Love that.
Number 5, I'm going to Bo Bichette. Jeremy, the guy hadn't played since September 6th. He's been back. He's getting hits virtually every game. He's playing good defense. He's being effective. I just think what he's been able to do, he was second in this league in hits with 181. He was 311 average, 94 ribbies. But you take a month off and come back in the World Series and play a position you've never played before since the minor leagues, like that's unbelievable. So I want to give some love to Bo Bichette collectively for that offense.
Absolutely.
Number 4, Yamamoto. Listen, complete game in Game 2. The guy was ridiculous. That splitter is one of the most effective pitches in baseball, and he's always been a big game pitcher. Last year in the World Series, 1 start, 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, only Juan Soto got him. Other than that, he was nails. If you look at his career in Japan, every big game I checked, he's always pitched complete games as well. There's a thought that Japanese pitchers need the extra day of rest. They don't have as much durability. That's not the case with Yamamoto. He was their most dependable starter this year. He threw over 175 innings in the regular season, in the postseason, back-to-back complete games. Only guy to do that since Kurt Schilling went back-to-back complete games in the World Series and multiple complete games in the postseason. Your boy Madison Bumgarner did that, of course, back with the Giants. Number 3, Ohtani. Specifically, the fact he was on base 9 times in a single game. I'll never get over that. He smashes 4 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 walks, later pitches that night, 6 innings, made 1 bad pitch to Vladdy, who hit the home run, and then gets chased in the 7th, a little bit of fatigue, and gives him a couple more runs. The stat line doesn't look as good, but it should have been 6 innings, 2 runs, and really just 1 hit. The guy is a marvel, a freak. What he's doing is incredible. Number 2, your boy Trey Savage, as Dan Le Batard was fond of saying when it came to our live cast for Game 5, 327 fans is who he was pitching in front of single A Dunedin at the start of the year. 327, and then he had 55,000 watching at Dodger Stadium. 46 days after reaching his 5th level of pro baseball. 46 days, and you're pitching Game 1 of the World Series. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 12 strikeouts. You've already spoken about it. Absolute masterpiece. The fact he throws that ball from a 7-foot angle, the tilt on that ball coming down, amazing. And number 1 is Vlad. Taché, there was a time people were saying this guy's not worth $500 million. Imagine if Vlad was a free agent right now. When he's done this postseason, dude, the numbers would be gigantic. It'd be $600 million, right? He'd be getting maybe Soto type money. It's been remarkable. The contract kicks in next year, 14 years, $500 million. He's Canadian. He wants to play for Canada. He wants to play for the Blue Jays. He has put this team on his back. It's a collection of talentless Blue Jays offense. There's no question about it. But what Vlad is doing this postseason has been a story for the ages. He hits the big home run off Ohtani, the big home run last night against Snell. Every single big moment, Vlad Jr.'s in the center of it.
So what's amazing about what you just said is that Davis Schneider plays for George Springer, hits a leadoff home run off Blake Snell. He's not on this list. And Clayton Kershaw, in his individual moment where he faces one batter with the bases loaded in that extra inning game, he's trusted for one batter, and he gets it done with a bunch of pitches at 89 miles an hour. But let's talk about this, right? Because what has stood out as the difference to you here? The Dodgers take a 2-1 lead, and now the Blue Jays go win back-to-back games in Los Angeles. How have they been able to get this done and get themselves just one game away from a World Series championship?
Yeah, I think the real key to this series, as we said coming in, was the Dodgers starting pitching against that Blue Jays offense. Dodgers rotation, a 1.40 ERA coming into the World Series. The Blue Jays, 80.5% in terms of contact percentage, best in the baseball. So they're going to put the ball in play. They'll put pressure on defense, and they don't strike out. Fewer strikeouts in the majors. And the Blue Jays have won that battle, period. 3 games in Los Angeles. They put up 5. They put up 6. They put up 6. This offense scores runs. They were 4th in the majors in runs scored. But if you look specifically from late April on, once Addison Barger gets called up late May, once Varsho's back, because him and Santander were out, this offense was pretty much the best in baseball. So they've proven that. It's a collection of talent, like I said, up and down the lineup. You mentioned Davis Schneider. It can be Andres Jimenez. On any day, it can be a different player, whether it can be Lucas or Straw or whomever it might be. But this team hits. Alejandro Kirk's been unbelievable for them behind the plate, big hit after big hit. And their offense really has been the answer for me. I mean, it's also pretty crazy to say they're starting pitching. Like Shane Bieber outpitched Shohei Ohtani and Trey Savage outpitched Blake Snell. Those are also both true, which is kind of mind-boggling.
Especially with Shane Bieber coming off of the surgery. I mean, these are two guys who both did not pitch for this team until after the trade deadline into September. I was there for Shane Bieber's first start against the Miami Marlins when we were doing that broadcast, and it was absolutely fascinating to see this guy now pitching in this big moment and having that one. And look, the things that you said offensively, it's the reason why I said on the main show going into this series, if there was a team in the American League that had an opportunity that if they got hot and played their best baseball that could beat the Dodgers, it would have been the Blue Jays probably from the start. Is number 11 the catcher Brad Ausmus?
That is correct,
Come on,
Jeremy.
God.
You are on the board.
And the pitcher's easy.
All right,
Come on.
relax. The pitcher is not easy.
What number?
41.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so.
It's easy. Okay, hey, enough with the hints. All right, I'm trying to play my mind games with Jeremy. I don't need you.
Yeah.
I've
had enough mind games from him.
Bottom
ping ponging back and forth.
Right fielder, number 23, I believe MVP based off of our previous list, Jermaine Dye.
Jermaine Dye is correct. He was the World Series MVP this year.
Unfair advantage. I can't cheat off your paper.
You're going to see all these names here and just get inspired.
What's upsetting is that I know almost everything that's there.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go with that number 7 that we were talking about. Number 7, the second baseman.
Come on, just spit it out, dude.
Craig
Just spit it
Biggio?
out.
It's Craig Biggio?
Biggio.
Okay, thank God.
Of course it's Craig Biggio.
Okay.
I almost tricked him.
No, you really did. You got in my head.
So to set this up, Jeremy has 2 right and 1 strike. Chris has 2 right and no strikes, but he's on his 3rd guess.
Paul Konerko, 14, first.
That is correct.
Man,
yes.
There's a lot of pretty iconic guys.
I know
on
these
this
names,
team.
dude. These names. Make me so happy.
Okay. Shoot, does that mean he's in right field? What's his number?
That wasn't his number.
Oh, I'm going to go with 16 only because I got it wrong. Is it Lance Berkman, 16 in right field? Fuck
No,
me.
Lance Berkman is not number 16.
All right,
But
you just implied
he's
that
on
he
the
is.
field.
No, he is.
Shut
I
your
know he's
mouth,
on the
Ethan.
team.
Shut your mouth.
I know he played in this game.
Clearly 17. All right, anyways.
Now, see,
I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this.
No,
I'm sorry.
You monster, because now you're in my head, because you said, "Oh, he's clearly 17," and I thought maybe he is 17.
He might be center
but he
field.
could be. But he could be 26.
He had some wheels at the end.
I'm
of his
gonna
career.
throw up again.
On me.
Yeah, it's on you.
I thought you were asking if I was gonna throw up on you.
Starting pitcher, 34.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which paragraph. Freddie Garcia.
Yeah, it is Freddie
That
Garcia.
is correct.
Man, this team is so much easier. I
I thought you guys might have trouble with this team.
no,
I didn't
I'm
realize
about
how-
done.
No, the White Sox are a lot easier. So I have, I have 2 strikes.
That's not true. I'll be cleaning up.
You
over
have
here.
2 strikes.
I can't. Who's number 16?
Bro, I could literally tell you
all
who
right.
number 14 is.
I am asking you to just take a breath. All right.
Number 14. Let me see your
He's
sheet.
revving real high right
I'm
now.
upset. It's because he's gonna end my shot at a 3-peat.
I'm right there. I got your third baseman. Let me see.
Is he number 1? Where is Carlos Beltran? Let's preview Game 6 because you got Yamamoto, you got Gossman. It's back in Toronto with an opportunity for the Blue Jays to clinch the World Series. Which team has the advantage in Game 6, and what's your expectation for the result in this individual game, Adnan?
Game 6 in the World Series, Jeremy, have been good for the Blue Jays. That was when Joe Carter, of course, did his famous home run in 1993. We're 32 years since the Blue Jays have won a World Series. And the easy answer is the Dodgers will win because Yamamoto has been the Terminator so far this postseason. But I don't think you want to overlook just how good Gossman's been. Yes, Yamamoto has a 1.47 ERA this postseason, but Gossman's at 2.55. Like, he's been an absolute ace for the Jays. And that showdown in Game 2, both of them went 6 strong. Only in the 7th, Gossman gives up a couple of solo home runs. Max Muncy, historically his own Gossman, proved that again, and he gives up the 3 runs. But there's no doubt that Gossman threw up a quality start, and he can match Yamamoto, 0 for 0. Having said that, I do think Yamamoto is incredible, and I think the Dodgers are able to answer in Game 6, which means we're going to have a Game 7. I'd love to see the Jays win it on Halloween, trick or treat. But we're going to have a Game 7 this year's World Series, November 1st on a Saturday night.
So we get to November then. We're going to find out who the new Mr. November is because someone's going to have to step up and have that moment in Game 7. Adnan, ultimately here, who wins the World Series? And I'm just going to say it since I know you're going to go Blue Jays, since I know you're going to do it. What would it mean to Canada and to you personally to see this Blue Jays team win the World Series, even though if anyone here is watching our live stream, I ragged on Ethan for asking this exact same question.
Totally finally did that. Jays are going to win in 7 was my prediction. I said that, on Canadian television back before Game 1. So I'll get the tape and be sure to post it on social. I was on CTV with Nathan Downer and Michelle Dubé, and they asked me for a prediction. I go, Jays in 7. So if I come right, I will gloat happily because even maybe I didn't believe it totally in my heart, but I said, no, they're going to will it to happen. Like I said, Jeremy, I think that Yamamoto helps propel the Dodgers to a Game 6 win. But this Dodgers offense has been lifeless. There's no question about it. It's an overrated offense. They have not scored runs, and they've been limping ever since the NLCS. They hadn't faced particularly strong pitching until this Blue Jays team. And so I do think ultimately Toronto wins this series in 7. It does give me pause that Max Scherzer starting at Game 7, a guy who had an ERA over 10 in the month of September. But look at his last couple of starts. Like, Max is good enough for a 4 1/3 couple of runs, maybe 5 runs, 5 innings, 3 runs. And then after that, Savage will be available for an inning or 2. I think Bieber could pitch an inning or 2. Chris Bassett's out of the bullpen. Hoffman has looked good so far as a closer this postseason. So it's going to be maybe a little bit unconventional. Maybe Max Scherzer pitches into the 4th inning, and all of a sudden John Schneider will go to that bullpen. But I do think ultimately the Blue Jays win in 7. This is an amazing story for Canada. 15% of the population has been watching these games. 7 million for Game 1. Just under 6 million for Game 3, which is still shocking is the fact the game was 6.5 hours. So again, to extrapolate this, for a country of 41 million, when I say 7 million is watching, 15% of the population, Americans, there's 330 million people in this country. That's like 55, 60 million people watching a baseball game.
It's
like
amazing.
you only get those numbers, as you know, for the Super Bowl, which is 95, 100 million. That's it. Like the NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game, that's like 35, 40 million, maybe 45, 50. You're not topping the 60 million. That's how much it means to Canada. It's the one team in town. And certainly for me, at a personal level, it's been nostalgic. I was in high school when they went back-to-back, 14, 15. The Blue Jays were the epicenter of the baseball world. Everybody wanted to come to Toronto, whether you're a Dave Winfield or Paul Molitor or David Cohn. If you wanted to win, you came to Toronto. And for the Blue Jays to be 74 wins a season ago, 94 wins this year, a number 1 seed on the verge of beating the Dodgers, it's almost too much for one man to handle.
I'm going to say this to you, Adnan. First of all, good luck taking the ball out of Max Scherzer's hand in a Game 7. Yeah, right, John Schneider. If you think it was bad in Game 3 or back in the ALCS, good luck taking the ball out of his hand and everything that you just set up. I mean, how storybook, so storybook that it could be a movie. And speaking of movies, Adnan Virk, the author of Cinephile, go buy his book. The absolute best when it comes to movies. You can watch him on MLB Network. You can follow him on social media to see him gloat if the Blue Jays ultimately win this in 7 games. Good luck to you, my friend. I am not rooting for the Dodgers, but I am rooting for them in Game 6 just so we can get a Game 7 so that you can be right and we can have the greatest 2 words in sports, Game 7.
It's a great moment for patriotism. It's a great moment for Toronto. I appreciate you, buddy.
All right, let's get back to the game between me and Chris. Who's 41? The starting pitcher for the Astros was
This
number
is so
41.
easy, dude.
Okay. I don't always think about numbers. I am trying to think of guys who were on that team. And I know one pitcher who for sure was on that team, but I don't think this is him because he would have started game 1. I guessed that 16 was Berkman.
Yes, you did already.
All right.
It's clearly 17.
I'm gonna hate
Or 26.
I hate you. I hate you.
I forget.
I
I think he wore 26 on the road and 17 at home. Can you do that? He may have moved to center field too late in his career. I remember he got
late in his career, the late in career move to center field.
He got that knee surgery, and then he was.
It rejuvenated him. They put him back in
shortstop
center.
on this team? Why don't I remember
The third
anything
baseman
about
is a
these
deep
Astros?
pull. I am so proud of myself for this third baseman.
All right, I'm going with 26. I'm going with 26 being Lance Berkman. I'm gonna be wrong.
Come on, Jeremy. He fed it to you. It was number 17.
All right. Well,
It was
hopefully,
number 17.
have
that
you
it?
gotten one wrong, and
No.
that's it. You haven't
Yeah.
gotten any wrong.
He has not gotten any.
Wait,
so
can
he's out?
So can I finish then? Can I just
Can
finish
I
with
give
what I
you 3
think it is?
I
really quick?
think what we should do is we should switch teams and see
And
if
just
Cody
see from there if he can still
I
win.
mean, I
strikes
could
out.
just call out.
No,
his
but
team
let me.
from across
No.
the way.
Everybody, I lost. I don't want to be embarrassed more.
Yeah, Jeremy
okay?
loses.
14, Morgan Ensberg.
Okay,
That is
that's good.
correct,
So
yes.
17 is Berkman. 26
Yes.
is Bagwell. Is he still
Carlo-
there?
Bagwell was
Carlos-
not in the starting
Carlos
lineup.
Lee.
Carlos Lee.
No.
Oh,
No. All right. Cody, do you want to take a couple more stabs at the White Sox, or are you done here?
Oh, White Sox. Ray Durham.
No, not Ray Durham.
Not one of those.
He was a
Marquise
giant in MVPs, and both of them were giants in MVP baseball 2005.
Who's 24 at third base? I don't really know.
Joe Creedy. Juan Uribe was the shortstop.
Uribe.
Tadahicho Iguchi
Never
was
getting that
the
one.
second baseman.
Catcher.
AJ Przinsky.
Ah,
should have gotten that one.
I should have
yeah.
gotten.
And Aaron Rowan was out in center field.
Oh, I should have got that one.
On
too.
the Astros side, Lance Berkman was in left field. Willie Tavares was the center fielder. Jason Lane was number 16 in right
Wow.
field. Mike Lamb manning first base. Craig Biggio, what you got? Adam Everett, the shortstop, number 28. Morgan Ensberg. How great is
team-
Adam Everett and Morgan Ensberg on
I
the
love.
left
Willie
side?
Tavares is a callback.
This
name, too.
team sucks. I have no
Yeah.
idea how they got to the World Series. And who
Because
started
they
on
had
mound?
Roy Oswalt, Roger
and
Clemens,
Morgan Bleepin Ensberg.
Brandon Backey was their pitcher in this game, and then Brad Ausmus you got behind.
I think
I want
offensive, you didn't know
everyone to
Ensberg.
know. I want everyone to know that this is bull. This is a bull game, and I don't want to play this game with the field anymore.
We are back.
But guess what? We only have one more episode of the pitch clock left this season.
Aw, is it for all the
I'm
marbles?
gonna have a good one
For all the
you
marbles?
guys.
Should it be that I never calculate who actually won everything, and we just play one, and it is to decide who the winner was of trivia?
Maybe loser leaves the segment forever.
I'd rather not. I'd rather keep doing it.
I'll take this thing. All of a sudden, we're changing the name.
Just end the episode.
Can you believe it, folks? We're already halfway through the football season. For many, it's been a frustrating football season, especially those who are fans of the pro team down here. But for others, you have that away trip that was really special. You celebrated, you commiserated, and hopefully you did it all with Miller Lite. That's right, because Miller time makes football time a special time. Game days, they just hit different with a Miller Lite in your hand. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to fantasy heartbreaks, it's the beer that is there for every moment. 50 years of great taste, simple ingredients, and that iconic golden color you can spot from across the room. And here's the kicker, folks. It's just 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 5 decades later. So whatever your game day experience looks like, remember, Miller time is always a good time. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that sells beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
We've got a whole bunch of fun people in town. I've told you before, DraftKings is the best partner that we've ever had. They are part of helping us throw this watch party tonight, the Miller Lite watch party that we're doing in Kendall for Dolphins and Ravens. It's a costume party. It's a block party. Everybody in Miami is welcome. We will be there all evening. Our winners of recent contests are also in town for this. Christy from Buda, Texas, won the weekend observations prediction pool.
Yeah, good job.
Good job.
And James Poole won the March Sadness tournament, so this is part of the prize. Congratulations.
Good job.
To James Poole. I heard you guys really excited about some sound. It's not great sound, but it is funny because you can't totally tell what's happening here. But a fan is asking who's number 12 for the Lakers. The Lakers have some injuries. So do the T-Wolves, actually. Anthony Edwards is hurt in this clip, but he's hurt as well. The Lakers won last night at Minnesota on that Austin Reeves buzzer beater that devalues both the 40-point game and the 50-point game, even though he didn't have either of those last night.
Dan doesn't want any Rolexes anymore. There are too many Rolexes out there. But Dan, the player in question is Jake LaRavia. This is a guy the Lakers were very excited to acquire this offseason, kind of bolstering their roster. He checks into the game. As you mentioned, fan yells out, who is number 12? It was Jake LaRavia, and this is what ensues. It's very hard to hear in the background, but Anthony Edwards, who's in street clothes on the bench and is kind of like, has his hand in his under his chin, he looks up all of a sudden and said, "That's what I'm saying."
He said, "I don't know. Who's number 12 for the Lakers? I don't know," says Anthony
He also
Edwards.
had 27, which is why they were asking who he was.
Who the hell is who the hell's that guy who's second in scoring for the Lakers? I came here to see Luka and LeBron.
It is one of the great things when NBA players are unfamiliar with other NBA players. It's one of my great delights. One of my favorite stories in the world was we're Suns. We're playing against the Miami Heat. We're blowing them out. And so the garbage time people are in the game, and Gerald Fitch, I don't know if you guys remember Gerald Fitch, he hits a jumper in front of our bench and starts talking. And Eddie House stands up and says, "MFer, you didn't even make our board." Basically, there was no scouting report on Gerald Fitch because, what's the point?
We're going to get to Thursday Thunder in a second here. We're also going to get to Juju's top 10 sports uniforms ever. Juju has a great deal more style than anyone around here, although I assume that Tony and Damashek would both object to that contention. LeBatardAF.com is where you go if you want some of Juju's stylings in our T-shirt and fashion collection. Evidently, Kash Patel is now making another appearance here to object, I guess, to me saying that Juju's got more style than the rest of us.
Juju Gotti and his reign of terror on fashion has come to an end. Wow. And you can bet on that.
You've really run out of steam on this impersonation.
I forgot to do the eyes,
yeah,
Dan.
But you do it. You sell it when you do the cross eyes. Let's do the Thursday Thunder, please. It works every time when he crosses his eyes.
That's right, Dan. It's Thursday Thunder, and it's presented by DraftKings. DraftKings. The crown is yours. Juju.
Yes, sir, man. We going Thursday night football tonight. We gonna all take in this game together, so we gonna all win together in unison tonight, baby. First leg, Mark Andrews, 2.5 receptions.
The Immortal.
The Immortal. We love him in Buffalo as well. 2.5 receptions. We're going over that tonight. Lamar is back, baby. Second leg, Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown. Lock it in, man. Dolphins defense.
It's a good parlay so far.
Right. Third leg, Lamar Jackson over 4 rush attempts tonight.
Whoa. Is that number that low?
I got some juice on that. I talked to somebody who talked to somebody about that. Yeah. Got a little juicy on that one. And the last leg of the parlay, Devon Achane over 12.5 rush attempts tonight.
How is Lamar Jackson at only 4 rushing attempts for the game against this defense?
I mean, he's probably not getting odds on that if you just bet it straight up.
Dan, the weather forecast has called for Thursday Thunder, and you can bet on that.
Hey, you felt the coolness in the air, boys, when you got onto the hill?
That was
You
crazy.
felt the cool, right?
I
You
was
felt
surprised by that this morning. I
Wait
was
till
stunned.
tomorrow. Wait till you go trick-or-treating, Dan. It's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold tomorrow. I was
Yeah.
stunned when I went outside today, and I'm like, ooh, 73 degrees, brisk.
My car isn't boiling at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right. This is the post-game show, so I'm usually at the crib doing this. So I'm going to bring something. I got a topic that I want to bring up. From last night, Yesevich, I did not know that brother was 22 years old. Yeah. I'm going to put my hand up and say, I can never tell how old Caucasians are, no offense. Like, is Zaz 25 years old or is he 70? Like,
I get that.
We didn't talk enough about Yesavage. Earlier this year, he started pitching in single A in front of 300 people. And
Jeremy told me like 15 times last night.
I bet that's nuts. That's just crazy. How are you going to explain that a single A pitcher took out the modern day Babe Ruth? When you have to explain this to your kids the way that they talked about Babe Ruth, your great grandparents talked about Babe Ruth.
Shohei Ohtani could not tame Yesavage. And you can bet on that.
Let's do top 10 sports uniforms of all time. You're doing all sports here, Juju? You're doing all of sports.
Yes, sir. All of sports. Following the last week's hideous Steelers jerseys, this week the Packers said they want some of that with the blue jersey. So we're going to give some credit to some people today.
Are the Dolphins doing some bullshit tonight with the Thursday?
I hope not. I hope not.
Good question, Zaz.
Number 10, the 1998-99 Florida Panthers uniforms. The blue.
Oh,
the blue one.
Fire.
That's
stunning.
hard.
I remember being in college and people wearing that, and I didn't even know what it was. I was like, that looks
Who can
cool.
name all 5 guys? I'd do it so easily.
Got Mellenby in the middle, Niedermeyer,
Yep.
Bill Lindsay. I don't know the other two.
Paul Laws, Gord Murphy.
Oh, look, the team that almost ruined hockey along with the New Jersey Devils.
Yo, I mean, win a Game 7 on home ice, Dave.
You had Lemieux and Yager. You had Lemieux and Yager.
Too soon.
Number 9. It's regular, but they are hard. The Cincinnati Bengals jerseys. The black ones.
Damashek making the smell of a man who's walked into a bathroom that still has an odor.
Biased guy, dude.
What?
Biased. Every AFC North team you hate. I'm on to you, buddy.
First of all,
I'm on to you.
First of all, regarding
Tony
your
Conte.
earlier charge that I'm biased against the Patriots, no, I'm a man of justice. And the Tuck rule then was followed by, we now know what's now known as Spygate, but they had videotape of the Steelers offense, and they had videotape of the Rams offense. I mean, that's a crime, man.
Your Honor.
That's a pigskin crime.
Your Honor.
Meantime, another crime is in the top 10 of all time in the history of people. The Cincinnati Bengals jersey is one of the top 10. Sheesh.
With the helmet, though. He's
Right,
doing
now
it
your
with the
list.
helmet.
Also,
It's
his
not
list.
just the jersey.
Now you're
Also,
listed.
make your own list. And we need a ruling from Judge Zaz. Is Tony right? Is he biased?
Dave, your favorite team plays in the AFC North, also known as Black and Blue Division. That means you're biased.
Oh, that's
Prejudice.
You don't know that. You don't know Dem Damashek then, because
Hey, you're in contempt of court.
Take him away.
What are you doing?
Give a ball.
I have
made my
important
ruling.
work to do here.
Get this man out.
Your
of my
Honor?
court. Get
Your
this,
Honor.
I need to be here to play Devil's Damashek
Get
to
this man out of my court. I will not have this. You will not make a mockery.
The honorable judge.
Outrageous.
Your days of damning this show have come to an end.
Dismemberment kit in cold blood.
Get out.
I told you, I found this guy on 30 seconds. Every take is tainted by Steelers or by some sort of Pittsburgh thing.
Also, how old is Dave? Is he 40 or 70? Number 8, the Las Vegas or Oakland Raiders uniforms. Classic. Very classic. Number 7, kind of regular, but I like them. We changed the name for a great reason. We should not call them that anymore. But Sean Taylor's jersey, awesome.
It's a beautiful jersey, beautiful helmet.
Yes. Number 6, The LA Dodgers, classic jerseys right now. Number 5, Jamal Anderson, the Dirty Bird.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Juju's got some classic bias here. You are not taking a lot of fashion chances. You are going with uniforms that are classically elegant.
Yeah, respectable. Number 4, the Darryl Strawberry Mets era with the pinstripes. Woo, look at the stripe on the pants.
Classy.
Woo-hoo. Number 3, Oregon jerseys, choose one.
They changed the game, right? Like they are responsible in college football for changing all uniforms, are they not?
Hell yeah.
I think there's a game and then there's Oregon. Like they elevated the game where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna make jersey for every single game and never repeat one single jersey because we just make all the jerseys.
Because we're Nike? Because we know how to do this?
Number 2, the Michael Jordan era, black with the pinstripes on them, man. I like them.
I don't know if I can follow you down this path.
Would you like them if those weren't the 3 guys wearing the uniform?
There we are.
That's what's happened there. That's a bias of Pippen, Jordan, and Rodman.
Show me Judd Bushler.
Luke Longley and Bill Wennington.
And number 1, the Orlando Magic, Shaq and Penny era.
That's good.
All of them.
And Larry Kristoviak in the background. Oh, wait, no, we switched the thing.
The black one.
There he is, Larry Kristoviak.
Your enthusiasm is more than the Kristubiaks have when he comes home after a long journey where they thought he was lost at sea. Your enthusiasm for seeing Kristubiak has no measure. How is it that you do the whole show as Kash Patel and that's what creates enthusiasm for you?
Because
you've run out of material.
Okay.